the flower seed rebel, and the ruby-throated hummingbird. I like to go and smoke on my front steps and enjoy my plants. I have planted as many plants as pots I could afford. Sad to say, the majority of them are from Wally World and are made of plastic. I much prefer clay and believe it is better for the roots of the plants, as clay seems to allow for better drainage. Either way, two of my favorite plants, both vines, the morning glory and the moonflower, are, according to one of my seed catalogs, illegal in the state of Arizona. Morning glories are interesting to me in another way, besides aesthetic, as the seeds are psychoactive, containing what is called LSA, not too far away from LSD, and thus was venerated by the Aztecs and various other Indian tribes in Mexico. In fact, the Aztec god of flowers, in one of his more famous images, sits on a pedestal adorned with the flowers of morning glories and tobacco and stylized mushroom caps. Maybe that's the real reason for the illegal status of these plants in Arizona. Would not want anyone getting high for free, as morning glories produce prodigious amounts of seeds, as do moonflowers. That is good, for I imagine myself as the flower seed rebel driving through Arizona, throwing thousands of seeds of both invasive species along the sides of roads, in front of courthouses, prisons, schools, Indian reservations, and whatever other places in a state famous for its harsh treatment of prisoners need color. Color I have here in front of me. The various species of morning glories I have raised from seeds I brought back from Mexico bloom in deep sea blue, creamy white, and my favorite color, a burgundy that looks like wine in a glass held up to sunlight. When the morning glories finish their shift, which is usually sometime before noon, the big white moonflowers take their place, usually within 4 hours. That is what is out now, and even though they're all white, they are a pleasure to behold. I look at them as I smoke my hand-rolled cigarette. The flowers shift in a light breeze, and I hear the caw of some raven-like crows that have landed on the top of my favorite tree, the woodcut tree, and are contemplating their next move. I watch them against the background of light clouds that look like surf rolling back to sea. I exhale smoke and watch it dissipate, surprised at how much I've exhaled. Do my lungs really hold that much? I wonder as I take another drag, watching the crows. One decides to leave, and the other two follow, flying directly overhead, disappearing with the last couple of caws into the woods behind my house. The sun is not so strong today, considering that it is October, and my cigarette has gone out, and I hold it, looking at my arms, greedily absorbing the afternoon sunlight. The moonflowers are blowing in the breeze, and look like snowy bells turned upside down, gathering sun and converting it to energy which fuels these beautiful flowers. I touch a flower. Petals are soft and feel as though they are damp, even when not. They are so heavy they feel edible, like some sort of garnish for the finest salad. There are 9 flowers growing along the vine that has tied itself into knots on its trellis home. Suddenly, there is a blur in front of my face. I try to see it, and I don't see anything. There it is again. I see a flash of green and scarlet, and realize that there is a hummingbird hovering over my head. It rockets, hovers, bounces, and dodges unknown particles only it sees, and now it is less than a yard away, looking directly at me. It dives into one of the moonflowers and in a split second has zoomed up into the sky without a trace. I wonder if they're illegal in Arizona too. Forget driving. I can see me, the flower seed rebel, wearing a bright cannabis leaf green, purple, burgundy spiral patterned tie-dye shirt, riding on a giant hummingbird set up with saddlebags filled with morning glory and moonflower seeds. Everywhere we go we spread color, from the moment of our blurry arrival to months later when all those illegal vines sprout, leaving color on the ground in the wake of our flight path. I exhale again, watching the smoke vanish into the sky, where the hummingbird has gone to contemplate our future together.